It's sweet and sticky and all produced by worker. You can see it is full of delicious honey. But for today's video, we are really after this BEESWAX. It is an amazing insulator and it can also prevent bacteria growth for honey. So that got me thinking, can it do the same exact thing for steaks? Well, we're about to find out right now. As for today's video, I chose these two beautiful New York strip. They are 1.5 inches thick, prime grade, and exactly what I'm looking for whenever I'm buying steaks. Since I have two of them, this is how this experiment is gonna go down. One will be frozen for a year, and the other one will be completely insulated with BEESWAX. And luckily, I can buy BEESWAX pellets. They're much easier to find and use. To melt them down, I just use some water in a pan, followed by another right on top. This will allow the wax to melt nice and slow, which is exactly what I want. Little by little, the wax started melting, and it was now time to pour it on top of the steak. Now, there is one important thing for you to note. This steak is slightly frozen, so as soon as it hits the steaks, instead of cooking it, it will immediately solidify the BEESWAX. One important thing I did was to ensure that I covered the whole thing. I made sure that every single edge of the steak was fully covered with it, because now the only thing left to do is to put it on my refrigerator and let it sit there for a whole year. Once the time was up, I took it out and look. There's only one thing that you will immediately notice, and that is the color of the BEESWAX has changed. This is expected though, but at the same time, I have no idea what happened to the steak. So I got a paring knife and started to open it. And to my surprise, this was like a rock, super hard and crackly. As the steak started revealing itself, I noticed one thing. Luckily, it's still red. I thought it would be a completely different color. However, you can clearly see that it has been completely oxidized. But not only that, it is a lot worse than I thought. Take a look. This is what a steak looks like that has been preserved in BEESWAX for a whole year. I have no idea what to call it, because I'll tell you one thing. This is by far one